Very good morning, class 10th students. Today we are going to see our next and last topic of circulation system in animals, that is blood clotting. Right? Many things we have studied about our blood circulatory system, about heart, arteries, and veins. Today we'll see about the clotting of blood that is taking place many times. So before starting, once again we are going through the composition of the blood. It has main three components: plasma, white blood cells and platelets, and red blood cells. Okay, so these main components already we have discussed in our previous classes also. Why we are discussing today? Because one of the component, that is platelets, they are important to understand today's concept. Some facts I have depicted here about the blood. One by one we will see that the blood is made up of RBCs, WBCs, platelets, and lymph, means plasma, liquid part. And 100 ml of blood, that is the measurement of hemoglobin level. It is approximately 12 to 16 grams per 100 ml of the blood. Okay, ठीक है. And then RBCs generally they live for 120 days. Then next fact you see, RBCs don't have nucleus. Okay, and the amount of WBCs, it is 6,000 to 8,000 WBCs per 1 cubic of blood. And the RBCs are approximately 5 to 5,000, 5 to 5.5 million RBCs. And last point you see, that is very important, that is very very important. It is written in blue: 1 cubic of blood contain 1,50,000 to 3,50,000 platelets. Okay, and they are the major component of the blood, those who help in clotting of the blood, means stopping the leakage of the blood. You can go through again this slide and you can note down the facts. Okay, one important thing is also given, that the blood group of any person, it is decided by the surface of RBCs. Okay, that is also important to remember. In many exams it is asked. So now let us see what happens immediately after any cut or leakage of the blood in our body, because we take care utmost, but sometimes by accident it happens that we face some cut or tear in our skin or any part of the body. So what happens? आप थोड़ा सा clearly, थोड़ा मतलब closely देखने की कोशिश करेंगे, right? It's a wonderful experience. You see it, the site of cut, and the white color you are observing, it is platelet. Third platelet. Are you observing the changes? It is initial. You see it has changed its shape, trying to fill up the gap, making the net like structure, and they are inviting other platelets also. And finally, they stop the leakage or cut. For this, vitamin K is very important. It helps and it promotes the function of platelets. Okay. Okay, so nice. About the platelets and their work, it is the note given in your textbook itself. As it is, I have pasted here. You can go through it and you can write. Okay. Now we shall move to the next one. Here one question is given: what if platelets do not work well? So the first result will be that there will be a leakage of the blood and there will be no stop of the blood. Loss of a lot of blood will lead to low pressure and definitely the death. There is a genetical disease by birth that is called as hemophilia, in which any cut in our body leads to death due to defective platelets, because any cut in our body, it do not stop and ultimately we die due to loss of blood. Victoria family of England, it was facing the same disease. Okay, you can note down them. Now one question is clicking and should click in your mind, that why blood does not take means blood clotting does not take place inside arteries and veins, although plates are present in the blood always. क्योंकि platelets blood को clot करते हैं and always they are present inside the arteries and veins, then why blood do not get clotted inside the arteries and veins? Okay, this is the question for you. And now we shall move to the next part, right? Okay, our next part of today's lesson is lymph or interstitial fluid. We know that we have two types of circulatory system. One is blood, another is lymph. We will talk about the lymph also today. It's a short note in your textbook. You know, blood do not go each and every cell. It is a closed circulatory system. So this play an intermediate role. Who? Lymph, who is present between the cells, among the cells, and whatever is delivered by the blood, it is distributed in whole body by the lymphatic system. So first we will see the lymphatic system in our body. So this diagram is showing the lymphatic system in our body. Like the blood vessel system, lymphatic system is also distributed throughout the body, but it is mainly concentrated, as you can observe in this diagram also. Your armpits, near the above of the thighs, and your stomach region, means intestinal region, and neck region. You have observed many times also, if you are facing the cough and cold, then you feel the tonsils are swollen up, right? They are also the part of lymphatic system. This is very important part of our immune system for fighting against the pathogens. Okay, you can go through it. The dots you are observing, right? These dots are nothing but nodes. They are called as lymph nodes. Two main red organs you are observing. One is spleen, another is thymus. They are major lymphatic organs, very important for maintaining the flow and the function of lymphatic system. Now you can observe this. Whatever things, red color, it is arteries, blood capillaries. Whatever things are given by blood, they are taken by these lymph vessels. They are white in color, right? And the lymph is colorless because there is no RBC. Less proteins are present, and mainly it transport fats, means fatty acid and glycerols. Already we studied in our digestive system part. Between the cells it is flowing, right? Okay, so the question is, how does lymph is circulated? Who is giving it force or pressure? So lymph is given, means lymph is pumped by the heart itself. It is flowing in the lymph vessels. See, and lymph vessels has valves like the veins. They have valves and they are made up of involuntary muscles. Okay, so where does these all lymph vessels are meeting? Okay, so many lymph vessels, they are meeting together to form lymph node. You can observe many lymph vessels are bringing their liquid or their material, and they're forming one cluster like structure, and then they again form a common uh, lymph vessel. So here what you need to understand well, that this lymph node is the playground for fighting against the germs or pathogens. It is giving the surface area for fighting. Okay, you can say it's the graveyard of the pathogens. Here our immune system fight against the pathogens. Okay, uh, it is showing the schematic diagram how lymph is connected to our blood circulatory system. So you can start from heart. From heart, oxygenated blood is moving towards, it is shown in the red color, moving towards the tissues. At the point of the tissues, oxygen is taken or diffused out, food also diffused out, water diffused out, and it is taken by the lymph vessels. You see, lymph vessels, they are distributing these materials to almost all the cells, and the excess fluid जो भी थोड़ा ज़्यादा होता है, after crossing many lymph nodes, then big vessels are formed after combination of the small vessels, and finally the lymphatic duct or lymph trunk, it is meeting to the vena cava, biggest vein, towards the right hand side of the heart. Already you studied about the heart, right? So it is means directly or indirectly connected to the heart itself, because they need some force to be for flowing or for pumping. So heart is giving some pressure. So I hope you have understood it and it's working, right? Okay, something is given now in this next slide. It is given in your textbook itself as it is. I have kept here. You can read it, and you can write down the notes in your notebook. Okay, thank you. Take care.